friends, I am back with a sketchbook tour of everything that I drew in October. It's kind of split up between these three different sketchbooks, so we're going to bounce around a little bit. I didn't do any digital this month. I was really working on trying to learn Ohuhu markers, so the vast majority of things that you'll see in here are Ohuhu marker sketches. There's a little bit of other stuff, but that was mostly it. So let's just dive right in. I knew that I was going to be doing Ohuhu markers as like grayscale for the month of October, but I didn't have an actual sketchbook yet. I did order this one from Ohuhu directly, but it hadn't come in at the beginning of October. So I had gotten this sketch pad to use in the interim, and I used this for the first couple of days of October. I really like how these turned out, but this in particular popped off on all of my social media. Like this, out of everything I did in the entirety of October, this illustration did the best on TikTok and on YouTube. So points to that. I have no idea why. I think it's really cool, but apparently so did everyone else. So I'm very happy with that. I am actually going to turn it into a sticker because I like it a lot. It reminds me of Medusa and it just gives me such a vibe. But I'm going to turn this one into a sticker, so that'll be in my shop soon. I may do something with this one as well because I like how this tonally turned out. And at that point, this sketchbook arrived, so I started using this one. So I decided pretty early on that I was going to use color along with the grayscale. This is actually grayscale, even though it shows up as like very orange. It's actually earth tone grayscale. And I used like purple pens and purple, I don't know where my purple one is, but Pilot Color Eno pens to do all of the pencil work in these in purple. And I used orange ones on this one. I really like the quantity of grayscale markers that they have available from Ohuhu. Obviously they have tons available from Copic too, but Copic is just a little more expensive. And by a little, I mean a lot. Like I do own some Copic, but nowhere near as many as I have of Ohuhu. But just like the range, like, yes, this is grayscale, but it's blues and oranges and yellows, and it just has such a vibe. So I really enjoyed working in this pretty much most of October. Like these earth tone ones, 10 out of 10. I realized fairly early on that my favorite grayscale colors were the violets, the earth tones, and then the like red grays. I did like these blue tone ones as well, but like pure cool gray was not it for me. I do really like how this illustration turned out though. This one is definitely one of my favorites. And I drew this one when I was on a call with a friend of mine, and I was just like, what am I gonna draw? Sexy pumpkin lady. What a vibe. Also, I have like a low-key obsession with snakes right now, and this was my first little snake, and I've done so many since then, just doodling everywhere. I need to actually like make a full illustration of one. So I did some hand studies and some head studies. I guess these aren't really studies. I wasn't like looking at images of heads. I was just like, how many different heads can I draw? But with this, I was very clearly looking at my own hand and making these like expressions to try and learn a little bit more and do better, which I think actually helped me quite a lot because I've drawn some of my like most favorite hands this month. Like some of them are on this page, but like the hands that I've drawn in October have been above and beyond like my best hands that I've ever done in my life, which if you're an artist, you know, is like one of the hardest things for you to ever do. So I'm totally fine with this page. Like this spread works for me. Same kind of thing where all of these different colors, like these are all different grayscale versions, but they're so vastly different. There's so much color variety in grayscale, and it surprised me quite a lot. So I stepped back from grayscale for a couple of days. I got really burnt out not of the grayscale, but from some other things going on in my life, and I wanted to try out some color and just throw things at the page. A friend of mine had given me some acrylic markers that were super cheap, like $1, from this weird brand that we had never heard of, and I wanted to try those out. They are not my favorite thing to work with, but I did really like how this Mimikyu turned out. So these 3 are from this, they're like Mama's Kit acrylic markers. Don't really know what those are. I think they're like a discount brand from Amazon. I can't recommend them, but I also can't say that they're terrible. I have never used acrylic markers up until this moment, so I don't really know what I'm doing enough to say that they are good or not, but I did like how this one turned out, and obviously I have some more snakes. This I don't want to talk about, so we're just not going to do that. And then I completely abandoned grayscale and went entirely into colors and drew all of these lovely frogs. I love this man chilling in the bath, this guy chilling in the bath. I drew mushrooms all over them because I love the idea of like frogs with moss and mushrooms. Shameless promotion, my November perks for Patreon. The sticker for this month's like sticker club is a frog with mushrooms and moss on it. I will leave it somewhere here in the vast void so that you can see it. And then the print for this month is a girl holding a frog. I'm just like vibing with that right now. Frogs and snakes. I don't know what it is, but I'm really into it. So we did a whole page of those. And then the latest Pokemon game came out, and I had really mixed feelings about it, but I've been playing a lot of it and drawing lots of Pokemon. Not all of these Pokemon, as far as I know, are even in the game. I just wanted to draw them. So I haven't seen Duskull, and I haven't seen whatever this thing's name is, Mudkip. I can't remember. Or Wurmple. I haven't seen them in the game. Or Oddish, actually. I know these 2 are in the game, but yeah, I'm feeling the Pokemon vibes these days. And these were just with Ohuhu, and these were with Ohuhu. And more of the, like, I did the liner with the Pilot Eno pencils. I think I did the line art for these with a Caran Dash, like red wine colored pencil that I got, but don't quote me on it. So yet another example of different colors in grayscale really looking like real colors. Another pumpkin head person, loving it. I didn't actually finish this page in October, but I did draw this page in October, so I haven't filled this one in, and it'll probably be included in my November sketchbook once I get around to coloring these, because I love them. But this guy is the sticker for November. He's just colored in digitally, and this is kind of like a Duskull Pokemon cat version. This guy's just vibing. I love these. It's not uncommon for me to love the illustrations more when they haven't been colored in. But I did really enjoy playing with Ohuhu markers all this month. So I'm going to be doing a similar sort of challenge in December, and I haven't decided if I'm going to use Gouache or if I'm going to use Artex acrylic markers, both of which are new to me, and both of which I bought in October, and I've used each of them for one illustration so far, but I haven't done anything more than that with them. So if you have a preference as to what I work on in December, please leave a comment down below. I'm going to do a poll at some point on the channel just to get a better idea of what people are interested in seeing. As I learn and experiment with new art supplies, I want to be able to share that learning and experimentation with others in order to help you also grow as an artist at the same time that I'm growing as an artist. So whatever it is that you're most interested in of the two, please let me know. So that was it for this sketchbook. And then this is a sketchbook that I'm actually going to be talking about in another video coming up soon. But this is my Bad Days sketchbook. And I had some bad days in October, and we painted these. These are actually with the Gouache. I did them all at the same time. There's a couple more pages of them. But I used Gouache, Colorase color pencils, Posca pens, and like regular paintbrushes to brush out the Posca pen. So I would like put Posca pen on the paper and then brush it out with a regular paintbrush. I really like how these turned out. This one is my favorite. But a weird fun fact about me is that when I'm upset, I draw clouds. So I had some rough days, and that's what we drew. I don't think there's nothing else in there. But this was kind of where I ended October, and then I didn't do anything else really big. But this is my little recap of everything that I drew in October. So I hope that you enjoyed this little snippet into what it is that I've been working on. And I will be back again with another video in a couple of days. There's a couple of different things on the docket for this month. One of the videos upcoming is going to be about having bad days as an artist and how to keep creating on those bad days, along with building a kit to help yourself continue to work through that. So I will have this sketchbook as well as another one featured in there. And if that sounds interesting to you, please follow the channel, like, subscribe, do all of the things. If you want to see more like this, I'm intending to do sketchbook wrap-ups every month instead of just waiting until an entire sketchbook is full. I prefer to do it this way and just have a shorter video. And if you have any preference in the Artex versus Gouache debate of topics, let me know down below. And if you would like to join my Patreon, you can get either the sticker or the print or both things if you're a completionist. And you can get those anytime during the month of November if you sign up. They'll be going out the first or second week of December. And this is the first month that I actually have the sticker club. So if you are actually a completionist, you would be starting right at the very beginning, because thus far, you would be the first. So hopefully someone will join for this month and I won't cry. But in the meantime, I will be back with another video in another couple of days, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for joining me. Bye.